Okay, so once again, it's me, your boy, the man, NJ to the City, back at it, reporting for NJ2TheCityNews.com. So yeah, back at it. One of the top things that we was focusing on with the last one was Baltimore's rodent infestation. That was definitely high and heavy into the news a week ago, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 weeks ago, one of those two. And I can rest assure you that once again, stop waiting for politicians to save you. Number one, and then number two, you also got to wake up and realize that half of what President Trump says, a lot of times, he's just saying it to intentionally troll you. And I feel like that's one of the top things a lot of people, either because they can't take a joke or because they just don't like him so much they can't understand it. You know, half of what President Trump says to an extent is, or sometimes what he says to an extent, that's what it is. He's just trolling you. And dare I say it, I can understand it and or appreciate it because sometimes I am a troll my own self. Sometimes I say things just to intentionally get reactions out of people. But at the same time, God's plan can even work through that because once again, am I connecting dots? Am I, unleashing nerves? Am I, what am I doing? What am I learning about you and learning about myself that we didn't already know, that we wouldn't have known if I didn't press a few buttons here and there and say a few things. But once again, you always got to be careful where you tread with that because you do not want to be on the wrong side of that at the end of the day. And I gotta just say, once again, ladies and gentlemen, wake up and realize President Trump is trolling you half the time. If not fully, he is trolling you. And you have got to realize that. But I think some of you people, again, some people are just so drunk on judging by race and taking literally everything way more seriously than I do. Because I'm sensitive. Trust me, I'm a sensitive person, but I'm not so sensitive where you can't tell me things. I'm not a snowflake, but I am sensitive. And I want people to understand, you really have to connect those dots and so on and so on and realize that at times he's trolling you. Okay, Chosen, here you go. Yeah, my dog's still in here from previous videos, so y'all can't really see her. She's on the floor, but yeah. Open the door for her to get out, and she's like, nah, I'd rather just, sit behind the chair. All right, Chosen, you can do that if you want. But I just want people to definitely understand that about, my opinions on Trump, my opinions on politics, my opinions on life. I can rest assure you that, I wanted Jill Stein to win. Now, I cannot fully tell you why, other than the fact that she was Green Party. She was that, third alternative. But at the same time, the election came up to obviously being eventually the lesser of the two evils, which is what a lot of people said. Again, God is good and God's plan comes through many different vices and you have to be aware of that. Supposedly, like Andy Mineo said, 80% of evangelicals put that man in office. So once again, there's got to be some type of God's plan going on there, if you were to ask me. And God bless